For this lesson, you will need your red book open to page 10, your pink cheat sheet over page 11, and also we're going to start with our D minor scale. So if you haven't written any of these letters down, it is just your cheat sheet starting D, E, F, G, and A. But if you want to write this scale on the top of page 10, that's fine. D, E, F, G, and A. Now just a friendly reminder, when we do our scale, you always start and end on the same note. So some people have been recording their scale starting on the first note, playing 5 notes, and then stopping. Guess what? You're only halfway done when you do 5 notes. So for our D minor scale, the whole thing, because it's D minor, it has to start and end on D. D, E, F, G, A, G, F, E, D. You have to start and end on the same note. Okay, let's do for our warm-up today. So make sure you have all your things ready. You can pause if you need to get your book. Maybe you want your pencil. You definitely want your pencil because we're going to add a new note on our cheat sheet. Okay, you need your pencil, your red book, cheat sheet, and we're going to start with our scale. Okay, so for today's scale, we're going to go D, 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 rest. E, 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 because we're doing the D minor scale. It's the one that sounds kind of sad. Okay, so ta, 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 rest. Ta, 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 here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, D minor, go. Okay, just a friendly reminder, when you're blowing in your clarinet, bad, not good. If you're not really sure what you look like when you play your clarinet, you can put your camera on, or you can go in front of a mirror. But the point is, these muscles have to be holding your clarinet super tight. Like, that's how tight it is. I can't, some of you when you're playing, I can tell, it would be like while you're blowing. And you're not going to be able to play very fast when your fingers start moving because nothing's holding onto your clarinet in your mouth. So work on smiling, clamping down with your jaw so that your clarinet's not moving around. Okay? Let's, for fun, just do our C major scale because now we know 2 scales. So let's do 3 on each, but no rest. So C, 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 D, 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 E, E. A little tricky because we don't always do things in a 3/4 time signature, but we're going to try it. So C major, get rid of this. I don't even have my C major sign, but you know C major. That's C, D, E, F, and G, and you don't need to play A in your C major scale yet. Okay, so 5 notes. C, D, E, F, G, 3 on each, no rest, all the way up, all the way down. Here we go, C major. 1, ready, go. Okay, I'm trying to give you different options of ways to play your scale because eventually you're going to need to come up with the way that you play your scale when you record it. You might have already done an assignment where you get to pick how you record it. Okay, we're going to start at number 35, which is at the bottom of page 10. So, of course, you can have your cheat sheet out over page 11 so you can see both. 35 is a green song for clarinets only, which means there's no track. It hasn't been recorded because each book has a different song. So that means it's just for us, and we want to look at the little hint that they give us in number 35. I see a little arrow, and it says, are you rolling your first finger? Now, when we say the notes, you'll see why you need to roll your first finger, because there is a pedal tone in this song. Pedal tone means the note you keep going back to, and in this song, it is A. So, let's use our trusty pointing device, also known as pencil, or your finger. Use the eraser to point if you're going to point. Okay, and we're going to say the notes for number 35. Okay, here we go, saying the notes for number 35. I see some tied notes, so make sure the half notes tied to a quarter note equals 3 beats. Here we go, 1, 2, say the notes. E, A, E, rest. D, A, D, Okay, let's talk about that pedal tone, and this is why they're telling us to roll our fingers. You have to do A and then every other note. So let's just practice the fingers. Show me E, A, and then back to E. So E, A, thumb off, E. Okay, not too bad. Make sure you're right, you're tipping your finger up. They say rolling, I say tipping, whatever. Okay, now we got to do D, A, D, A, D. Try that again. D, A, D. Now the thing is, you have to close your fingers together like a mouth, or else it's like D, A, blah, 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 D. We don't want that. So this is good. This is bad. You can't have air going through your clarinet when you're trying to change your fingers. That's why we use our tongue. So if I've been leaving you comments that have been saying, make sure you make a T sound before every note, that's what I'm talking about. Not just wah, 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 but ta, 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 so that your fingers have time to change without all kinds of weird sounds coming out while your fingers are moving. Okay, let's do C-A. C-A. That's going to be the hardest one, right? Where all your fingers have to close like a mouth. Humph. C. A. Come off. Go back down. C. Okay, and then D, G, F is not difficult. So let's try it. This is number 35. Now remember, before we play, if you need to write your letters in, pause right now and write them in. And that is an advantage to us not being in school. If we were in a lesson together at school, you would not have time to pause and write the notes in because we would just be playing together. However, because you're going at your own speed at home, you can pause and write the letter names in. Remember, if you're writing in a note that is tied to itself, you don't write the note twice because you don't play the note twice. You play the note once. So you have an E tied to an E. You don't write E-E. You just write E, and you blow for however many beats it adds up to. Okay, so let's give it a try. Here we go, number 35. Foot check. Back check. Granny lips check. That, I mean your blanket. And make sure you're holding your cheeks in by smiling. Here we go, 35. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest. 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 Okay, so just a friendly reminder, because I'm noticing that while I'm recording this, my reed is starting to give out. I'm not sure how old this reed is, but I know it's not new because I've been using it to make all the videos. So after this video, I'm actually going to throw this reed out and start a new one. If you notice that your reed was playing really nicely and it's on correctly, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, I'm blowing and like hardly anything's coming out. Okay, your reed's at the end of its life. Now, will I throw this one out? Yeah, I'll probably throw this one out because I know I have like 20 or 30 extra reeds. But if you don't have any extras, you need to make sure you get some before you throw them out. If you need to buy new reeds, we like the brand Rico, and we like number 2.5. You probably have number 2.0 now. Time to go up to a 2.5 because it's January. Okay, so that's the deal with reeds. Move your cheat sheet over to page 10 so you can see page 11. Okay, we are going to need to add a note to our cheat sheet on page 11. So hopefully a couple weeks ago you looked at my announcement that said check your cheat sheet and make sure it looks like this. I will hold mine up right now. I need you to do a check on your cheat sheet. Yours is pink, mine's not. Mine's lame, but that's okay. Okay, it's really important that you have this filled out correctly. So I'm going to hold this here. Now you can't really see the G, but of course G has no fingers anyway, so you shouldn't have anything colored in there. But check that your fingering chart looks like my fingering chart. Pause and have a look. Or go back to the announcement from what I believe was December 7th. And you can see I put a PDF of this, okay? Cool. So now time to add the next note. And actually, I just realized that since I made my cheat sheet, you guys have added the A. So I just put A on mine. Okay, here's A. Right there. A little circle. You knew that because you're already playing A. Okay, so now I see a low B. So far, we've been going up, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, A was la. Well, high T is too hard. We're going low. So now we need low B. Okay? Low B is on your cheat sheet. It's the note below the C line. Ooh, right there. Okay? And let's see what fingers we need. I'm looking at the picture. Oh, of course, we need to write the letter B. Okay, where it says note. And then it's C plus your middle finger on the bottom. So we have thumb. 1, 2, 3, and middle finger. So let me show you what I'm talking about. And of course, I just copied that right off of this. Okay? So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, here's the book's version of the fingering chart. I like ours because it shows all the keys of the clarinet. Okay? So make sure your B looks like this. It says the letter B. It has thumb, 1, 2, 3, and middle finger. If you color in the wrong one on the bottom, it doesn't make a B. Okay, so make sure that has been filled out, and then let's test out that low B. It is one note lower than C, so I have my C fingers, and check it out. There's 3 holes on the bottom, right? We need the middle one. Fat part of your middle finger in the middle hole. You can't see my hand down here. But this is why it's important. Your fingers aren't back here, right? People trying to hold the clarinet back here. Well, then how are you going to do these keys down here, right? Look at all these keys. It goes all the way down to the bottom, so these fingers need to be ready. Let's try that low B again. We have C plus middle finger down here. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. Middle finger is the sound of a B. So let's check out the song called Mark Time. Now this is on the recording, so I will leave you the play along track for Mark Time. Please try it. It's really important that you get used to playing along with, well, it used to be real live people, but since we can't play along with real live people right now, you need to be able to play along to the recording so that when we do get together as a band, it's not like, why are all these other people playing? No, that's what the point of band is, that we all play together, right? So that's what we're working on, even though we can't be together right now. Let's say the notes for number 36. I believe there's only 3 kinds of notes. The first note is C, easy. The second note, they put a B, because it's B. And I think the only other note we would need is D. So let's check it out. I see a tie, I see a rest, and I see a fermata over the last note. So let's double that last note to make it twice as long. Here we go. Trusty pointing device or finger right on the book. Here we go, number 36. 1, 2, say the notes. C, B, C, B, B, C, D, C, B, C, 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 B, B, C, C, D, C, B, C, D, big breath, C. Awesome. Now here's the deal. I know some people are saying, well, my eyes are getting confused between which note is which. So here's what we need to look for. C has the line through it. Duh, that's C. We already learned C. Okay? B is below the C line. Like there's the line, but the note of B is below the C line. Okay, D gets nothing. D gets nothing and likes it. D is just a note that hangs out below the E line of the staff, but it's like above C. So D is just chilling by itself. C has a special line. B is below the special line. If you need to write the notes in, pause and do that. But right now, we're ready to play. So here we go. This is number 36. Mark time. I'll show you my bottom hand here. All right, foot check. Back check. Here we go. This is number 36. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest. that is a long last note. Okay, so here's the deal. You are recording number 37 for me. So, if you cannot read the notes fast enough to play them, I need you to write letter names in before you try to record. I have some people playing the song so slow because they never even looked at the notes that I have no idea what song you're playing. So if you can't just be like, oh, I'll say it once or twice and then I'll practice it, then I'll record it. If you need to write letters in, please do that before you make your video so that I'm not watching you try to figure out the song on the video. Okay, 37, I'll leave you the play along track, but it's a round. You can't really play a round by yourself. You need to use the track to do that. When you record it, just record it straight through like no one else is playing but you. Okay, I can't wait to hear your videos for number 37.